While he may have carved a reputation as the ultimate corporate footballer, David Beckham's footballing prowess has often been understated. Today at Goalside, we're going to talk about the career of David Beckham and how the England legend is rated based on his career that spanned nearly 2 decades. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on all the fun our subscribers have on a daily basis. And as always, look out for the question during the video so that you might stand a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Throughout the course of football's modern history, a lot of players have come and gone, but their impact on the field has never been forgotten. The likes of Johan Cruyff, Diego Maradona, Ronaldo Nazario, Luis Figo, Zinedine Zidane, and many other legends of the game changed how we perceived football. These men were the archetypes of the game's evolution, and without them, we might never have seen the emergence of many stars such as Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and many others. Similarly, David Beckham played a huge role in the evolution of the game, even though technically he might not have been as good as the players whose names we just mentioned. The Manchester United Academy graduate had a limited skill set, but that did not stop him from carving his own path, and in the process, have a resounding impact on how the game is seen today. When you talk about David Beckham, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Let us know in the comments. When we say Beckham, we think about an amazing passing technique, free kick conversion ability, football celebrity, style icon, and of course, the Spice Girls. But if we look closely, there's more than meets the eye. David Beckham rose to fame as a Manchester United player, and from a talented player, he turned into a global superstar, an athlete who was a known figure around the world, for even those who never followed the game to begin with. But despite all this, we don't think that there was ever an athlete who would be so difficult to assess purely as a player than Beckham. Beckham's contribution on the pitch cannot be assessed by the number of goals he scored or the amount of assists he provided. There weren't many, to be honest. But what made Beckham amazing was his ability to make those around him better, setting up chances for them with pinpoint passes that instigated a number of moves for every club he represented. He wasn't very good when it came to one-on-one situations, but then again, his position on the field rarely saw him being thrust into such scenarios. Throughout his career, Beckham was making things easy for the likes of Andy Cole, Dwight Yorke, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ruud van Nistelrooy, and many others. That was at Man United, a team that was flying high in England, dominating the Premier League without facing much resistance. Beckham was the cornerstone of everything great Sir Alex Ferguson's side achieved, and while his celebrity lifestyle did attract a lot of attention, Beckham remained a consummate professional, never turning out late for training and staying back to hone his skills. As a youngster, Beckham knew that his ability on the pitch was limited, so he made sure to add bonus points to the skill set he had to ensure that he always had an important role to play in the first team. The best example of his impact for the English national side would be the iconic free kick he scored against Greece in a crucial World Cup qualification game in 2001. England needed inspiration, and Becks was there to provide some. While his looks and the graceful manner in which he passed the ball was what made him a joy to watch, we cannot ignore the killer instinct on dead ball situations. For 13 years, Beckham represented the English national side, but his career for the Three Lions was always shrouded in some controversy. The 1998 World Cup game in which he was sent off for lashing out at Diego Simeone made him the most hated figure in England. Many fans saw that moment as the reason behind the team's elimination at the hands of Argentina. In 2009, Beckham became the most capped outfield player in the history of English football, but the midfielder was never able to win over fans. The move to Real Madrid in 2003 was a logical one, the most well-known football player on the planet, moving to a club that always aims to perform well both on and off the field. Definitely a match made in heaven. Sadly though, Beckham was never able to really leave a lasting impression in his 4 years at the club, but you cannot really blame the player since it was the club that was unable to deploy the right tactics to get the best out of him. In 2006, Fabio Capello relegated Beckham to the bench in favour of the late Jose Antonio Reyes. That was something Beckham found really hard to digest, and as a result decided to take his career elsewhere. And it is this moment that would define Beckham both as a player and as an influencer. Becks joined the MLS franchise LA Galaxy in 2007 in a move that would change the whole outlook of the game in North America. Before his arrival, football was struggling to get the attention it deserved and was still seen as a part-time thing as compared to other sports such as American football, basketball and ice hockey. But Beckham's performance on the field was affected by constant injuries and intermittent breaks to play in Europe. And while fans did turn on him for not giving them what they came for, Beckham's overall impact on the North American game can never be ignored. The Englishman's arrival saw people start taking the game more seriously, and also initiated an influx of legendary players crossing the Atlantic to play in the MLS. And how can we not mention the fact that the designated player rule was introduced to accommodate the English midfielder? While he wasn't able to perform to his best on the field, Beckham departed the league as a two-time MLS Cup champion. It was his arrival that changed how MLS operated. Player salaries started improving, and the league itself understood the importance of paying good money to attract star players whose careers were unfolding but had enough in the tank to give a few more years. While initially the MLS was ridiculed for signing washed-out players, it was important for the homegrown players to be training regularly with some of the legends of the game. Indeed, that helped improve player development in North America. Today, the designated player ruling is important, but the usage has changed from trying to sign old stars to bringing younger and hungrier players to add more competition to the league. Was that all ever going to happen had Beckham not signed for LA Galaxy? We don't think so. Time for the question we promised. Which club did David Beckham play on loan for during his time at Manchester United? Make sure to leave your answers in the comments section. Today, US broadcasters have started paying a lot of money to win TV rights for various leagues. The likes of Comcast, CNBC, and many others are eager to showcase the best football leagues on the planet to their subscribers, and a lot of it is down to the fact that they were initially able to first-hand witness the impact of Beckham in the MLS. Football is being taken seriously, and North America is set to host the World Cup in 2026. Beckham's arrival led to seismic change with the likes of Kaká, David Villa, Sebastian Giovinco, Andrea Pirlo, and Didier Drogba deciding to taste the MLS as well. A lot's changed in the MLS, and in the coming months, Beckham will be seeing his own MLS franchise, Inter Miami, take on the likes of LA Galaxy and New York Red Bulls for football supremacy in North America. Perhaps we will never be able to fully assess Beckham's impact, and the fact that his story hasn't even finished makes it all the more interesting.